Hello, friends. Happy St. Patrick's Day from my living room. I am now in isolation mode from my job, which, whatever. I knew it was probably going to come eventually, and I have no problem sitting on my couch and reading and doing crafts and housework and things. So I'm trying to make the best of it. I've already done my dishes this morning. It's not even 10 o'clock in the morning at this point. But I woke up at my normal workday time. So I've already done my dishes. I've obviously taken a shower. I have put on my green Lucky Charm shirt. And I've had a St. Patty's Day breakfast. So, I'm living a good forced vacation life. So, or a staycation life, as the case may be. So, anyway, before I get to some more housework, because I'm going to be off for at least 2 weeks at this point, so I need to pace my housework a little bit. I don't really have that much, it's only me. So, today I am going to read Dead in Dublin by Katie Murphy. I figured this would be appropriate for today, and it looks really cute. It's about a former military woman who is now working for a limo service in Ireland, and of course, murder occurs, and it involves the famous, which I can't really remember her story, but Molly Malone. She was a fishmonger in Ireland, and there's something famous about her, but I honestly can't remember. So I'm going to have to look that up. So I'm going to read that this morning, and then I think I will do some laundry. So, woohoo! 2 weeks of this. Oh boy. So, and also, Sarah from Steeped in Books informed me that she expects a completed sock by the end of my vacation. Actually, she said 2 pairs of socks. I don't know, or a full pair of socks. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting them. I don't know if I can handle the 2 sock thing, but I am getting close to doing the heel on my first pair of socks, and I remembered to put in the lifeline so that hopefully I don't lose it all again. So that is my plan for today. So yeah, and that is pretty much all I'm going to say about the whole forced isolation thing, because I realized from watching videos and seeing things on Instagram last week that I think a lot of people's anxiety comes from people talking about it all the time. So I'm just going to treat this like a staycation, and I'm not going to talk about it. So from here on out, I'm going to try my darndest to not talk about the elephant in the room. So you're welcome. All right, I will check in with you in a little while. Hello, friends. It is now Wednesday, and it is probably around 11:30. I'm really not sure. I can't remember. I just ate lunch, but I had an early lunch because I was starving. So this morning, I woke up to a bunch of videos for a tag for Doris's birthday today. So I put on some makeup. I got to retouch my lipstick because I just ate lunch. And I was going to film my own version of the tag, even though I was not tagged, because I think that Doris is great and she should be celebrated for sure. So I did all that, and then my dad called, and then I had to run out to their house. So I have not filmed it yet. So, and then whenever I got home, I was starving. So I am going to do that. I have not yet finished a book. I'm not doing so well on this book a day thing. I'm quite behind at this point, but oh well. I have been listening to Wonder by R.J. Palacio, and so I'm hoping to do a little bit more of that today. I mentioned on my Instagram that I thought that this book would be kind of emotional for me and kind of personal, because I have what is called maxillofacial microsomia, which is not the same thing that the little boy in Wonder has. He has something much more severe than I have. But I wasn't really sure going into the book what it was that he had. And while my case is pretty mild, I would say, like, a lot of people tell me they don't even notice when, just me talking to them. But like, to me as a kid, I was super self-conscious of my face. Let's be honest, I'm super self-conscious of it now. And I have a variety of things that I'm self-conscious about because of medical conditions. But that was one of the things that I have wrong with me. So I kind of avoided it for a while because I thought it would be too sad and hit too close to home. So far though, I'm enjoying it. Like, I like that I've been listening to it, and I like the narrator. And it seems like really true to the way kids think about themselves. Like, his is definitely much more pronounced than me. Like, I didn't have too many of the same experiences as him growing up. Like, a couple of really mean kids would say things to me growing up, but for the most part, like, I don't think really anybody noticed too much. So it wasn't like, the kids that said things to me were the kids that probably knew that that was a button they could push to piss me off and make me upset. So they are kids that turned into adults that I have nothing to do with. So, but anyway, he has, this little boy in this book has much more overt experiences than I ever had. But it also goes from the perspective of some other kids that are around him, including his sister. And yeah, those are the perspectives that definitely interest me, because I often wonder, like, when people tell me, like, they can't notice it or it's not that bad, like, are they for real? Kind of a thing. So, and I still wonder that. I'm almost 37 years old, and it's still something that I put out a video and I just notice it all the time. So, yeah, it's definitely, it's been an interesting read, but yeah, I'm not quite done with it yet, but that's my plan for today. And I am also still reading Dead in Dublin. I'm reading it kind of slowly, but I need to get back to that. But I'm reading it on ebook, which in this format is on my phone. So that I've never been good at reading ebooks on my phone. So it's been a little bit of a slow go for me, but I'm enjoying that one as well. So, but I will have more thoughts later. But okay, so I am going to go film my Read Doris tag video, and I will talk to you soon. All right, bye. update. It is now Thursday. I still have yet to finish a book. But that surprisingly means that I have been finding other things to fill up my time. But I wanted to show you a few things. I'm still, for the reading update, I'm still working on the audiobook of Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I have about 4 hours, but I listen to books on like double speed. So I only have 2 hours, so I should just put that on. But Dead in Dublin is still nice. I like it. But like I said before, just reading off of my phone is not like my preferred way to read, so it's taking me a little bit of time. But I wanted to show you the really fun thing I got in the mail today. My friend Shannon, she sent me snail mail, and it has a little kitty on it. and this really fun, I'll show you this. She has a wax seal, and I love that. So anyway, that was really fun to get. It's kind of like we're back in the old days and doing snail mail and trying to keep social through any creative means we can. So I have some fancy stationery. So I'm going to write her back, and she's going to be my pen pal, even though she literally lives like 10 minutes away from me. But that's okay. But so yeah, that was fun to see. In other news, last night I stayed up super late, like after midnight, because like who cares? I don't have anywhere to be. But I actually finished the heel of my sock. Yay. So it is actually like a legit sock, and I tried it on this morning, and it actually fits like perfectly. So I just have to do the cuff of the sock, which should be fairly easy because it should just be mostly like straight stitching like this. So I just have to do that, and then I will actually have a completed sock. And I don't think I'm going to ruin it this time. Oh, yay! I mean, let's be honest, I could still ruin it, but I hope not. I don't think so at this point. Now that I know about this lifeline thing, and if I'm actually diligent about putting it where it needs to go, I'll be fine. So, yeah, other than that, you saw my painting that I did earlier today. And now I will actually try to do some reading. We'll see how it goes. And I got The Prisoner of Azkaban on audiobook today from Overdrive. So that is giving me added pressure to get Wonder done so that I can flip to Azkaban for my audiobook read next. So I'm kind of sad because I realized when the library closed that I wouldn't be able to get the illustrated version of The Prisoner of Azkaban. So I still want to keep up with Tom's read-along, so I'm still going to listen to it on audio. So that will still be a fun way to read it. But maybe when the library opens back up, I still might get the audio or the illustrated version so I can at least flip through it and look at all the pretty pictures. And hopefully there's not a lot of scary realistic spider paintings like the last one. So, but yeah, that's all I have for right now. I am going to go get a glass of wine, I think, and just like hang out and do some random things. Maybe, well, I guess listen to my audiobook like I just said I'm going to do. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello, friends. It is now Friday, I think. Pretty sure it's Friday. And I decided that I would end this vlog here because basically this has been the vlog of me only finishing one book. And that book is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. I actually finished it last night at like 10:30 in the evening. So I don't know why I haven't read as much as I should have, being off for the last 4 days. It's very frustrating, but I think I was just trying to get into the whole being at home all the time routine, and balancing between things that I should do for my home and, to be like at least mildly productive and actually enjoying my time at home. So, hold on, beer break. So, yeah, I finished Wonder by R.J. Palacio last night, and this book was just so sad and kind of lovely. Like, there's obviously a lot of bullying that happens in this book. It's about a book about a child with a severe facial deformity, and just how society kind of treats him as sort of an outcast, or it's just all about like how people deal with the way he looks. And it really hit home to me how mean people are. Because it is very true. I mean, I have never experienced the kind of hate, basically, that this little boy August did. I mean, his facial deformity is way, way more severe than mine. And so, I can, my day-to-day life, people wouldn't, I don't think, necessarily see it. His is, it's just there. You're just gonna see it. And the things that the kids say, to a point that I can understand a kid's curiosity and maybe even initially fear, depending on their age. I do understand that, but the thing that I don't understand is a lot of the adults' reaction to him, and also on some level, some of the adults not teaching their children that it is not okay to distance themselves from a child just because of the way he looks. We're all flawed. We're all going to say and do things and react certain ways that we don't expect ourselves to. And to that end, those of us that have things wrong with us need to be a little bit understanding, but then at the same time, those other people have to be way more understanding of the people that they are reacting to. I really resonated with the little boy in this when he talked about how he hates things about his appearance, and how things are never going to change, and he doesn't like getting pictures taken of himself. He doesn't like being up in front of people. Now, obviously, I am in the theater. I'm on YouTube now. Obviously, I have gotten over that in my life. But again, like I said, my facial issues are not as severe as him. So I don't worry about them as much now that I'm an adult. But yeah, I definitely thought about that. Like, I've had some really weird haircuts in my day to try to hide my ears from people. Yeah, some of the pictures I have that have haircuts that I've tried are just yikes. But being a girl, I am also better able to hide certain things and camouflage certain things. I can imagine that for a little boy, that would be a lot harder to do. I remember having hearing aids a hearing aid in elementary school, and that was very difficult for me. I had an eye patch in kindergarten, which I didn't wear for very long. And I can't remember. I don't think I ever wore it to school. I may have a few times, and then was after first few times, I was like, no, we're not doing this anymore. So anyway, that is my personal connection with Wonder. It was very, very good. I enjoyed the different perspectives that were throughout the book in the different parts. You got um, different perspectives from his sister and his friends, and then his the friends of his sister. It was really nice to read different perspectives of kids that consider themselves friends with RJ, or not RJ, he's with Augie. Um, and yeah, it was like even the kids that kind of, or even the kids that consider themselves friends with him, and even his sister, have a hard time dealing with um, perceptions of him, um, and how they are perceived for being friends with him. And yeah, it just shows how people's stupidity can trickle down from the person that, they are being prejudiced against, to other people that just want to include him, and how that can ostracize a kid even more, because other kids don't want to be ostracized just for being friends with a kid that other kids don't feel comfortable around. So yeah, it was a really heartfelt book, I thought, and difficult at times. I cried a lot. But anyway, I am going to end this vlog here and start a new one, because there are all kinds of readathons happening this weekend, and I thought, I'm going to try to do a weekend reading vlog with all those readathons happening. We'll see. I'll probably spend a lot of the weekend at my parents', because they're kind of my social distancing buddies. I allow myself to be quarantined with them, So because I've spent a lot of the week by myself, I might go over and spend a lot of the weekend with them, which I don't always like to film. But if I don't film over there, I will be participating via Instagram, so I will leave my Instagram handle down below. It's basically just Rainey Day Reads, the same as here. But if you want to follow me on Instagram, that is where I shall be, probably a majority of the weekend. So, all right, friends, I'm going to eat my soup before it gets too cold and drink the rest of my beer. And I will see you at the end of the weekend. All right, bye, friends.